Are you getting a little sad and depressed because winter's here and you're gonna have to wait it out? Well, here we go. We're gonna wait out winter in our backyard space, and it's gonna give you a lot of happy time. You can't believe what we've created in our outdoor backyard living space, 4-season living, but you're gonna love it, especially in the winter. Here we go. So what's your step number one? Well, step number one is your transition from the fall months to the winter months. What's the best way to do that? It is, of course, with a TV and a football. Football is fall, and that's what we all think about. Fall football time, outdoors, watching the game with the fireplace. Hey, you can even watch it in the hot tub in this situation. So take a look at what this property looked like before. They had a deck, but when you can turn your deck into outdoor living, it changes the whole outdoor world. In fact, you can use this as a 4-season space very easily. Add some heaters, add maybe the fireplace like we did here, maybe the hot tub under the deck, and you really have a 4-season room.
And the homeowners think so too.
In anticipation for kind of November through March weather, I think this will be nice because we have the protection from the elements. We have the heat lamps, and we have the underdecking, so water should not permeate.
So the heaters here, they create what's called a heat blanket, and it's really cool. So the way they're angled there, they protect, or they basically create a wall of hot air, and they separate the cool air. So they're very nice, and it really creates that 4-season atmosphere that you're getting in the room. But do you see the difference by waterproofing the deck, by making this a 4-season room or an outdoor space, a room under the deck? If you have a property with a 2nd-story deck, why not just do a covered outdoor living underneath, because it will turn into a 4-season room just like this. So let me just spend a second and talk to you about how to do this waterproofing. There's a couple of different ways how we can do these covered decks. I did a Trex rain escape in my property. You basically cover your joists and you cover them with a membrane. Here's some video on the way that looks. It does a very nice job of waterproofing your deck. Even a better way, and something I wish I would have done if I had retrospect and went back in history, is I would have just done a walkable membrane or a membrane under my deck. Now what that does, it's like a flat roof system, and it does not allow water to penetrate at all. You will have no issues there for the test of time. And that walkable membrane, while it might be a little bit more expensive, it's worth every penny of it. So back to this covered deck and why to do one. Really, it's because you can put so much underneath that deck. You could do the hot tub like it was done in this situation. You can do the fireplace, like a little game table that we did right there to be able to watch TV. You can even do an outdoor movie all season with the heaters and being under that covered. Not so much you to see these properties, because you could also add a bar to the space. And they're great, especially add a TV against the house like we did here, do a little prep table like we did here, outdoor kitchen like we did here, and you will definitely see that you can do so many destinations right underneath your covered outdoor deck, and it turns into 4-season living instantly. Now, I want to make sure you know this. It's just so important to do the 3D design for these covered decks. You have to get this right. A lot of times, homes that are built with the 2nd story like this, with the backyards, they're on a slope and they're tricky. You don't want to just think about the deck, you want to think about the whole space, so you need a 3D design. We'd love to help you, links below. Now, these are things you could do 4 seasons under the deck, but during the summer, during the fall, during the spring, you could be out in the fire pit very easily on a nice, cool evening. You could also be on the upper deck all summer long, which is extended outdoor living. You can do the barbecue, you can do a seating area, you can do a dining table up top too, where you really have the best of both worlds. One cover, 2 different spaces for your outdoor space. So really consider, if you can, if your property allows for it, consider doing a covered deck, because they're instant built-in 4-season living. So here we had a small sloped backyard. Take a look at this video, because there's lots of different solutions to sloped yards, and I want you to see all of them in the video that follows. Here it goes.